Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. Every day I trade live with a group of people. It's totally free to come on to trade with me in the morning, so I hope I'll see you there. We're going to have go over what happened today and what is still happening today in just a few minutes, so stick around. It should be good.
Welcome to Day Trading for Success. Every morning, join the professor, a former math teacher turned pro trader, and watch him trade live for free, sharing proven strategies, breakthrough indicators, and lessons from essential trading books. The professor is not a licensed financial advisor. Consult a licensed financial advisor before following any demonstrations you see here. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss a live session.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. As you can see from my screen, this is the typical screen that I will use, the layout that I will use on Thinkorswim to trade live streaming. And it has a lot of custom indicators. You should definitely learn about them because they come in pretty handy. Nothing's really helping me today much, but we'll talk about how I got into this position in a minute. But yeah, the risk oscillators are really amazing, as well as the Scout Pro meter, and then the multi-chart alignment, and the market pulse, the trending with clouds, and then on the day chart I have this one's free over at the $1 Million Margin Club, so you might want to pick that one up. This is showing what kind of capital I'm using right now. So this helps me make sure I'm not going to get charged margin fees if I hold it overnight. So I like to keep track of. These are all custom indicators that have been coded and are for Thinkorswim's platform, but you can't get them for free on Thinkorswim. You have to get them, on a secondary thing. But they are for Thinkorswim on ThinkScript. So most of these are available at the $1 Million Margin Club. Some other places have them. I think that's the cheapest you can get them. They're $24.95 per indicator. This is one that marks the ATR high and low half range and full range. Very, very handy indicator so you can check your overall range. Sometimes, no matter what you have, it just won't help you. But we'll talk about that trade that went down. And then I'm going to get into showing you what happened this morning and how this went down live. But in fact, that's going to be in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and go into that. So where we're at right now, for those of you that were streaming with me, and I'm giving you the update, ended up being green, quite green, other than this trade, which isn't registering yet. So overall on TraderView, I did a green day, and we are trying to obviously we're trying to do the monthly challenge, which is to make between $150 and $500 a day by just trading an hour to an hour and a half per day. So why don't I go ahead and give you an update on how we're doing on that. So I'm back. I wanted to show how we're actually doing today with the open trade that's quite negative right now. So that won't show here on TraderView until I bring it over. So I've made it into a swing trade, hoping that NVIDIA will recover. But I am surprised it's still going down on the news today. But we'll talk about that in more detail. So we're doing pretty good. Our goal is to make between $150 minimum to $500 a day. So as the month goes, we're going pretty good if this trade doesn't go wicked against me. And this is basically doing it's based on an RV strategy that I show every single morning from Day Trading Volume 1, which I highly recommend you get if you don't have that book. I do have a link to my 6 favorite books. That's one of them, and that's a large cap strategy. So assuming you've made the PDT rule and you can margin up to 100,000, we are trading within that cap of 100,000 that you've margined up to. So you should be able to follow right along, although I recommend that you speak to the advice of a licensed financial advisor. I am not a licensed financial advisor. And with that in mind, let me just put that up. That's a disclaimer you will see every morning before I start trading, that to seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate any of the trading styles. But let's go ahead and break into. So anyway, if that trade doesn't go against me, that'll be okay. So where am I at right now? I've watched this go up to $1,300, then back down to $700, as I've been watching the price action move around. So it's been a little disturbing as I've been doing other stuff today. I've set my sell out here at 183.70. You can see I've got it on extended market there, GTC extended, in case that happens overnight. I base that on on this data from at levels like not getting greedy, like it hit that level on multiple occasions. So here's my position, and basically it hit it here, it hit it here, it hit it here, and it hit it here, and of quite a bit below that, area. So any one of these spikes, had it done before, would pick me up. And as you can see, it's kind of par for the course here, doing its same moves it's been doing. Kind of stopped right there. So I guess I wouldn't like to see it break down here into 178, but it does these moves usually earlier in the day, but even at the end of the day here, pre-market, it came all the way back up and then recovered from here. So I think I still hold a high chance that it will. It's just doing its normal rotation, and I caught it the wrong way. And, now I'm stuck in it. I didn't want to take the hit, and which I mentioned on the stream. I said, I'm just going to swing it. And I went and traded other stocks and ended up doing pretty good despite this. I would love that I had made a couple thousand, because then it would take away this, but we're not going for that with this kind of a strategy, right? So why don't we get into, I'm going to go ahead and start the trading right when the market opens, and I'll play that in its entirety, and you'll get to see how this position went down. And then, I'll have a message for you at the end of that. So you're going to see the entire stream, but I hope to see you some morning. It's totally free. Subscribe to the channel, put on your alerts. You'll be alerted when I'm coming on. And, it's designed to try to make you a living, for people that are on fixed incomes, particularly, that can afford it. 25,000 is all you need in your account to make the PDT rule. Then you can margin up to 100,000. So you can, the idea is with this strategy, it's a very conservative way to make, 2,000 a month, 4,000 a month, 6,000 a month, maybe even 10,000 a month. And I don't know what your nut is, but occasionally you'll see me switch from the scalping to a swing when I feel it's going to recover. Otherwise, I'll just get out for a loss. But with NVIDIA, I think it's going to recover. I will tell you that one time I had it at 146 when it did that mega drop all the way down to 83 based on that whole tariff news and everything else. It was terrible. So let's hope nothing like that happens again. That's kind of been worked into the market. And then I think generally you can just count on NVIDIA going up. And I make sure that when I hold, the capital I hold never puts me in a situation where I'm borrowing money. So I'm not having to margin to pick up the shares. I'm lucky to do that. Otherwise, I would have probably cut the share position, because I don't like to pay 12% interest, because that's what they charge. So you don't want to get involved in that. All right, guys, so here we are. I'm going to start the live streaming that happened early this morning right now. So it's already going to, it's breaking back up before the pre-market low breakout level. I'm just going to go in with 100 shares on this to see. Don't do that. Oh, my God. Can we just not mess with me today, please? Things to look for. Overall market is saying up. This stock showing down on every time increment there is. So any new news? Yeah, it's talking about ETFs going up. Huh. We're headed toward the end of a semiconductor critical inventory correction. That's interesting. I don't really hold much with the old Chris Costco there. Any questions? So we got positive and negative news. We've got overall positive news about the whole market, and the news that the chips will be available in China. Then we have China saying, no, we can't use their chips. So obviously China is just a small part of NVIDIA. Most of the news is out that the tech is nowhere near over going up, that it's switching from innovation to application on a regular rotation, and that although there might be some weakness in the job market, there will be a lot of jobs still created by AI, even though you're losing some. So it's just it's an exciting new thing that I can't believe it means it's not over. There's no way. So, chip stocks, tech stocks, they have some movement here. Let's see what happens. We've got just a few seconds, and we're going to get into this. Thinking about going on the ladder and setting this, but I guess I'll just hold out and do ask and bid. Here we go. It's taken off. Not going to chase it. Not going to chase it. We're going to wait for a dip. Which way is this going to run today? So it's stopping on the 50 cents. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try to grab it there. I did. I'm hoping it's going to go right back up, but I may end up with a bad down position. So, but I want to see this move up and break this out here. So I want to see it get up like 70 cents. So I'm going to hold it for a little bit, which, my normal way of strategy, that's almost being too greedy, because this is enough to take a profit to start our day. But I'd like to see it break up here. And then you wonder, like, do you just add and keep going? But then you're trading it like a momentum stock, right? So that first candle ended up red, which is not good. But there's definitely time to correct that situation. As far as going my way, meaning that's a correction. So how greedy do I get? There's the first breakout. Even dollar is 83. Boy, I should have taken it. I think I should have taken it up there. See if it spikes again. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and see if it picks me up there. Didn't do it. Right here I am at the 98. It's fading. I think if I hit market, it's going to hurt me. You know how this hurts you on market, right? And I could have done just the spread so little that I probably should have just done sell the bid, and I would be out of this position. So, but there it goes. It's going to go up to catch me right now. You can see on the level 2, it was moving 12 cents upward on the 2 last swales. Rewind and watch. There's a way to just literally see what's about to happen. So now I'm out of this trade right when it's going up. And I don't want to short it. I do not want to short it. So what I should do is wait for consolidation and trade the way the strategy is meant to be traded. But I'm a day trader. I still get FOMO if I feel I can read the price action correctly. Hope you guys, well, you shouldn't trade it, but for those of you that did, I hope you picked up on that. Now, trading the open strategy, you should have gotten in right where I got out. So I'm going to watch this for a minute to see if we want to ride this higher. Look for a dip. I'm going to go ahead and get in. I bought the ask to get in. I just wanted to get in and see if this is going to be a little retracement or a big retracement. So I'm 856, ready, willing to go down. I don't want to see it break the breakout level, which would take away most of my profit. And I'll probably just get out at that point if it does that. But I'm going for bigger money. I'm trying to ride it up. It's pretty high for it too, 83. So you can look at it so many different ways. You look at the data in front of you, then you look at, hey, it's pretty high for the day. Maybe you should wait, There it goes. So if I sell the bid, I'll get out for sure. And we're just looking for a bit more up here. Maybe up to 184 would be a spot that I should worry about it turning around again. Now, I'm not using the reverse button. That's coming up. Not this month. Maybe next month we'll get into closer to the RV way of trading. But we're trying to make this more for people on fixed incomes, making a certain amount of money. What did we get up to? 73 cents on the ask. On the bid was 69. I'm just going to take that. It's wavering. Oh, it should have picked me up. Weird how it put me over on the ask when I hit bid and it put me on the ask. Well, that's not too bad. If it starts to consolidate right here, then we've got our stock for the day. Let's see what it's going to do. Take a look at the other stuff. Wow. Yeah, so AMD just took off. What is going on with that? Oh my God. Let's get a look at that. That's just, I'm looking at the scanner and it's just like, did that really happen that way? Is that true? Like, is that straight up the way it looks? Yes, it is. Wow. That would have been a great trade to catch, huh? FOMO. So we probably should expect some serious retracement here, right? What is this? Is there some news on that? No, it's the same exact news. You know, it was undervalued compared to NVIDIA the way it was moving. It corrected a lot more than NVIDIA did. So I think it's getting back to where it should have been. Let me see what we can do on the 1 minute here. If I should just go back to NVIDIA. Again, we're not even to where I should be trading consolidation yet. So I'm kind of just looking at possible moves we could do here. I'm going to take a look at the level 2 and just see what kind of opportunities. So this is going to pull the magnet up. You see it coming in? There it goes. Boom. So that should send it up. Let's see if it might take a minute, but it should send it up. So this is a spot to buy the dip, which I am definitely thinking about doing, but I haven't done my due diligence watching this level 2. Seriously, that should have picked me up immediately, and it didn't do it. So that would have been a good trade. I saw it happening with the magnet, and it didn't pick me up. This is so tight that at this point, market's probably the way to go because the spread is so tight. But we're not going to get a call out quite that great again because that told us it was going to go up, and it went up like 30 cents. And I missed the move. So now I have to make sure it's not just retracing more. So we're back down to the even dollar. I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're retracing. Try to get out for a quick 14, 16 bucks there. Or not. Again, I probably should have just gone market at this point, and I would have had a winning trade there, but I did not, and now I got a losing trade. There is your ATR high. So we're due for some retracement action here, so I've got to be careful here that I just don't try to ride this down by adding as it turns around a little bit. Just get out before it gets too bad for me here. So right now it's just showing straight down on the level 2. I don't see any reprieve. Minor, but not enough. Okay, there it is. Is that going to hold and send us up or not? Could have got out for even money there, and I didn't take it because it looked like it might actually make a bigger move. It is not going up. It is going down. Last hurrah for this, or I'm out for a loss, which hurts my average, which I hate. There we go. All right, at least my average is up. That's stupid, isn't it? I watched this price action come across the magnet. I should have held it. I saw it coming across, right? And I just was like, no, it's acting weird down here. I'm going to get out. I got a feeling in my toe. Oh, boy. My RV guys would be screaming at me if I called that the way I'm calling these tight scalps. Now we got about the same number every morning here, which is cool. I hear I expected there to be thousands, but I hear what I have is actually really good. And I didn't understand how many people come to stream. You have to have made your PDT rule and be into this kind of trading. And I'm hoping it'll build up with more people that can make a living and become successful here. Wow. Hesitate to short it, huh? Man, it's really strong going up. It should get some retracement here, though. We'll look at 184 to go to short it. There it goes. I'm going to go ahead and grab it there. I'm not going to get greedy for a downward retracement if it gives me an opportunity like I'm hoping it will. Come on. Let's retrace. Let's not go straight up. This is where I get hurt because I'll add as it starts to turn around and then it just goes right back up really fast. So already regretting trying to retrace it, or maybe got into it a little too soon. Thought the 184 might be the place, but now it's 184.50. Is it going to break that? Because I will just get out of this. There's a swale down there, so no. That's an upward move. Looks like a bad trade. Yeah, I'm just going to take a hit, guys. I shouldn't have gone short on that move. So that hurt my overall average and money today. So I don't want to chase it up either, so I'd look for a dip. So I'll have to come back to this and make that green. I don't like it being red, but I'm still up for the day, but let's see if this is actually consolidating like we want. So for some reason, AMD's decided that it really needed to correct and go way up today. It does seem like AMD is a little more emotional, like the traders on that, than NVIDIA, if that's possible. That they ride it down faster than ride it up faster. So what do we got here? So we're coming up to the, so we passed the 11th minute right here. So we're in a consolidation mode. What are our levels? Go up in share size to a quarter of my full. Oh, wait, what's my full share size here? I'm sorry, 125. I can't do that. Okay. I'll just keep it at 100. So the max share on PDT is 500. So I didn't break that anywhere, right? Okay, yeah. So 100 to keep it where everybody else can do. So this is interesting here. I'm going to go ahead and get in there on a long, expecting I could get hurt a little. If it broke the 183, I'd be concerned. That's $42 down, and that would be the high ATR. So we're looking for support right here. We've got the 9/14/20. We have historical data. And that's all I really had to go by here. The risk oscillator says it's weaker going up than down. The Scalp Pro meter said it was at the top, said it was continuing to go down. I'm riding the consolidation, thinking I can add to half my position as it turns around here. So I'm closely watching the level 2 action here to see if I get an advantage to get in on a turnaround here. Nope. So hit 183 even. Broke it, killing me. Second bad trade. there is the breakout low. It broke the breakout high. Now it's the breakout low. It is going to retrace to open, it looks like. If it breaks 183 moving up, I will add. Depending on what the level 2 looks like. Nope, it is not showing me a lot of strength. Hanging on that breakout. Whole market is showing going down. And I'm blowing all my profits. You would think that that news story would be good. We deployed location tractors. Oh my God. What is it doing here? All right. I don't want to dig out of a deep hole, guys. What are you doing to me? Too soon to call this direction. I'm not in a consolidating trade pattern, which is, again, bad. I'm just trading. And it's not... there's no real data telling me what to do here, other than we're getting right close to the open now. Got a long way to go to get me green. I would need a second green candle, thinking moving up with some real momentum to add to this. Otherwise, I'm just going to hurt slower as it goes down. It could go up really fast, so I'm just kind of getting ready to add if it seems like it's going to give me a positive push here. So we're right in the middle between the 5 minutes. So it's not ideal to add. So if it breaks 183, I'm going to wait for 183. I'd like to wait for the next candle, honestly, which is in 4 seconds. So that's going to close green. And then we'll look for this to break 183 before I go into half my position. And that would get me at 883.21 roughly at a price point. But this needs to confirm that it's turning around here, and it hasn't done that yet. So very slow on level 2 doing the reversal here. There it goes a little bit. If it doesn't stop dead at 83, I'll probably wait a hair past 183 just to make sure it's not going to bang off it and turn around off the even dollar. There it goes up, up. I'm going to go ahead and go in there for 200 shares, which is half my position, and hope it does not fade out here. So now I'm at 22. I said 21 because I went a little over the 200 shares, and I'm going to wait for it to make a little bit bigger move up here or get out fast if it starts to head down. Still showing good signs of recovery to get back to where it was. I mean, 83.50 maybe. That's 30 cents, 60 bucks on this trade, or was much higher here. Yeah, 183.97 was its high. Oh, it's hurting me again. Broke back through the 83. Don't make a bear flag. Oh my God. That is not good. What do we have? That was on the 10th. So we're right at this candle. So they 5 minutes are seeing red. That was a strong candle there. I mean, it's at the top of it, so it needs to show some recovery here for me. It's using this breakout level as a ceiling. Waiting out the move. We got this one, guys. Just wait out the move. We're going to be okay. This is a good pattern here if it closes green. All right. So it didn't quite close green on the 5 minute, unfortunately. It closed as a rickshaw man, which is good for, that's a reversal sign on the 5 minute. So a lot of people would read it that way. Let's break that. We want to break that breakout. A lot of people are going to go in at that level. They'll go long when it hits that. So the people that are trading all the open strategy breakouts, that's based on the 30 minute. So let's hold some faith that that's going to happen, and they're going to jump in. Some jumped in right there. Their volume almost hit 500,000. They were waiting on that. You got a reversal. Everything now says it's going to go up. So that's a good sign. 15 minutes see nothing but green. You can see here everything's looking good to hold this trade now into some good profit. So let's get some profit out of this trade here. It's going to do its typical ups and downs, and then it's going to end up here somewhere. Stay on target. I'm green finally. All right, so now you got the $0.25. Is it going to break that? Looking closer for the $0.50 for a nice profit. I don't mind selling market for the slippage should be small. The spread is small. There's a lot. This is thickly traded. We've increased as we go up, which is a really good sign in volume. So everything's going our way right now if you're in this trade. So we should make some money here. Let's see. Straight across the top, buyers. Nice strong, 15-minute strong. This entire market's going up. We just got to hold out. Let's see if this magnet could pull up. That would be the last thing. MACD is now telling you that it should be going up. It broke that fib, but then it got stuck at this historical data. What is that historical data? That's 183.28. Where is that? That's this one. That's from a couple of days ago, a high. So that's a pretty decent level. So we want to see it break that. Wasting a lot of time on one trade here, so we got to make it a good one at this point. There we go. Get up toward the 50 cents, and I'll rethink about entering long or short, but I'll take the scalp. Ugh. Yeah, the buyers faded there, so that's slightly concerning. I'm just going to take that. I'm just going to take that small trade and get ready to re-enter on a dip here. I saw that it was going to dip with 200 shares, so I'm like, I want to get out and get in down here. There's at the fib. Is it going to hold that? I want to give me a dip. I want a dip, a bigger dip. Didn't do it. For those of you that held in it, then you did better there. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck over here. I don't know why I'm staying here because this is not consolidating anymore. It's creating a new channel here, but it seems like the upward momentum might be the way to go here. When you see the market this strong, it's like buying a dip on a stock that's going up with a strong market is not a bad move. Now the target's past there. All data says up. Any good dip in here. I'm just going to take it there because I can't seem to catch a better dip. So I'm going to take it there out of impatience and try to get a small victory here. And of course, whenever I'm impatient, this is what happens. Well, I would have grabbed it by now anyway, either way, so. Very slow rise in money with only 100 shares. So your max share size on this, if you've made the PDT, should be 500 shares. Look at that. And it broke that too. Wow. So overall, this is not going too well for me. I think I only made like $7 on that last horrible trade. And I thought I could capitalize, and it's just doing some weird stuff this morning. Maybe it is channeling. My channels are just a little too tight, so it seemed to stop just below the 183 before. Where's our market open is way down here, 182.32. Doing the same thing to me again. I'm going to try to get into the as it climbs up, try to get a better position if it's showing me a reversal, which it did not entirely, so that's why I didn't do it. Oh wow, so this is a repeat trade. I should have switched stocks. Hard to call today. Jeez. It's not doing what I want it to do. There's that fib. That fib stopped it right prior before. So this might be what it's going to do here is create this channel in this level and go up from here. Let's see if we can. What's the strength on that? That's just past the 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys. I think it's just about to go up. I'm looking at the reversal. Sellers didn't make it to the top. You've got the momentum hitting it upward here. So I went in for a quick run there to hopefully make it go up, and saw it going up, hoping that that was the case as it started to go. Would have been better to wait for a little more confirmation, but I wanted to get in a better position. So now I'm right at the even dollar to break even, just ahead of it. So, anywhere above that line is going to be a profitable trade. So this closes in 2 seconds, nice and green. Now, when we get over to this red line, we want to make that green, and that's going to be a tough call because that's all the way over here at 183.22, which at that point I might just get out of the trade. I'd hate it to start consolidating right down here, which looks like it's starting to do. It's out of my position. I could go full position down here on a turnaround and then get out for a profit up here. Again, we have the buy-sell oscillator saying that it's going to go up. Buyers were at the top, but the volume weakened. And of course, we did it. The market suddenly decided it's going to not be going up again. 15 minutes shows it up. What is... AMD still way up there. Tesla's way up. Apple's up 231 now. Amazon hit the hood, finally hit the scanners. Wow, I should have been trading a different stock because I can't take enough trades here. This is the problem with the timing thing with you guys, that I can't take enough trades to, it's not moving enough so that I can make the money while we're alive here. I need more time. I need more consolidation trading here. I could have caught this just in the wrong spot. That's 50 cent moves here. I think the low starting with the quarter share size might be a problem too, because lots of opportunities to make money with a higher share size early on, $10, $12, $15. I'm just trying to assess the way I'm trading by keeping under the PDT and only going 25% of my position. So I would look to, based on our time together, I would look to, if it flips below back to the fib and comes back up, I'd look to go full position here. So let's see. So that's 82.40. And then I'd want to see, yeah, because that closed red past that 5-minute mark, 1 hour mark. So 5-minute and 1 hour and 30-minute and 15-minute mark, which means a lot of people played it down right there. So we need some reversal. For me, it's a very small trade, but for you guys, it might be huge. So you've got to keep to your own max loss here. All right. So it's starting to go back up, but that's not enough. Nope. All right. Hit the fib, turn around, give me 2 green candles, and we're off to the races. You can see the P&L here, how many pennies. If you go to the day chart, you can see my capital expenditure here. That's a definite strong move there. It looks like that's definitely going up there. So do I pull the trigger? There, close green. I'm going to go ahead and go in there for the full share size. So I have to get ready to get out if it starts to plummet here. So now I'm down at 182.85, which should hit, I think, in a minute, but who knows? See how it's turning around. I don't like the look of that. This should go up. What goes down must go up, right? Is that what it is? What goes up must come down. Oh, good. Well, no, that's bad. It's pulling the market down, the magnet down, see? So that's bad for me. So there, it just hit it down, so that's not good. Now there's some above it, though. Wow, that hurt. And it went all the way back down to the... And it broke it. So it's hitting the next fib. So somewhere in here I have to pull the trigger to get out. I'm just seeing how bad it's going to be. Because now it's off the it's dropped below the open. Oh guys, I'm leading you astray here on this trade. It's already 10:03. I'm sure I can recover from this today, but I hate digging out of holes constantly. $250 on this trade. Where does it end? All right, let me take a look here. So we're down here. Is it deciding that that's bad news? Is that what it's doing? Because it doesn't seem like that's bad news to me, but maybe it's deciding that that's bad news. I think I'd win on a swing here, but yeah, it's getting painful. You know, I don't want to lose money just because I want to show you guys you should get out. I assume that you have gotten out for your max loss at this point. I think I'm going to swing this today with 400 shares, no problem. And I'm going to look for what I'd like this to recover to. So this is... it's still dropping. It's 81. Let me just get a look at stuff here. $80.20. What's my position? My position's 82.85. 82.85. I'm not even a buck off. You know, I'm really close to its level. It's got an ATR of $4. I'm just a buck off of its. It's easily to recover today. So I would not get out of this trade except for you guys. But you're doing your own max loss. So I'm gonna trade this like I would normally trade it. I'm not gonna go beyond the share size that you should be able to take. That's the only thing I'll stick to. But starting to show some signs of recovery now. Or at least stopping. But what I'll do is I'll set it on the ladder. And we'll take a look at some other stocks as well, just to see. So I'm just trying to determine how much money I want to make, because I am going to make money on this stock today. So 82.85 is where I'm at. I bet it's going to close up here, guys. I bet it's going to close in like 185 today. That's what I think. How greedy do I get, you know? There's the breakout. I'll drop below. I'll go like 183. I won't go a whole dollar on it. I'll just go like 183, say 42, based on those levels. All right, not going to set my share size so low that it doesn't matter that people see that. So that's my logic there, guys. I swing it. I'm a swinging it. Let's take a look at some of these others. Is AMD still? Actually, you know what I wanted to look? I wanted to look at Hood to see what it's doing. Oh, okay. Swing it. Is that a market correction on Robinhood or whatever? What's going on here? I know some of you are probably trading this morning. Let's see what that looks like right now for starting to come back on an upward trend, consolidating. Well, that's not good news. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make me real long biased, that story. Let's take a look at Tesla. I can only do 50 shares according to the PDT for quarter position. .5 minutes retracing. Let's see if the Let's see what the 1 minute looks like. Are we here? Yeah, there we are. Magnet's pulling it up. This is all actually fairly positive news. The market's acting weird, but this could just be something that's, the beginning before it takes off. I say weird because I thought it was going to go up today everywhere. And it did go up in the beginning and then came back down because this is higher than it was. So see if I can trade a little bit more with you guys. Yeah, Nvidia's still going down. Hurting me. AMD is still going up. Weird. Very odd. $344. Wow, I was going to say $344 is a good spot, and it broke it. I'm looking to buy a dip here, but it just broke out of consolidation here, so. Yeah, I'm not having stocks that are consolidating. That's the problem. So I am very perplexed by the market generally going down now. Spread's pretty bad, but it's going to be hard to get in. Shows it going up for the most part here. Oh, I just missed it. I almost pulled the trigger. Goes down. It was a lower hangman there. Is really supposed to be at the top of the pattern, so that's not really. It's a reversal sign, but weak here on the 1 minute. It's definitely pulling back up. I'm going to go ahead and go in on the rise here. Man, it is not my day, huh? I do feel that was a bit of a forced trade, and I'm paying for it. Gonna make me dig out of a hole today, I think. As Nvidia continues to go down, hurting me over there. All right. Down to 34. Bought it on the rise, and it is just not going my way. It is not my day, guys. Hopefully you're doing better. There we go. Show us some real recovery, not at $10. Can you show me something at least $20? Give me 20. Oh man, I should have probably taken the 10. This is just a bad day. Is this going to consolidate right here off the 44? That would be nice. And go to max share size on Tesla. Well, Tesla can really go to 250. I don't think I'd go that high though. I might go to 200 though if the opportunity presented itself to make a profit. Still showing straight down on the 5, but it's consolidating here, wanting to turn around. It's making a little flat top. We want it to break this here. That's the bottom of the market magnet. And magnet's up here, so that's price action's being drawn to this direction generally. Buyers want out, but target share is still higher on the shorts. Be stupid to add unless we see a real movement here. Man, you are just not making me feel good. This is not doing what it needs to do for me here on the level 2. So suddenly slowed way down to like 10-cent moves, and they swale fast enough where the market might actually give me a loss if I got out, unless it gives me at least a 2 here the other way. So, and I don't want to count it a baby step anymore because it's taken forever to take the trade. You're supposed to be taking quick scalps when you take that small of a trade, so it can build it up fast, It is closing higher toward the 344.50 each time as it switches, as it... All right. Dare I go look? You want to look to see how painful it is on the other end over here? Because it's probably pretty friggin' painful. $500 down. Oof. Starting its turnaround. For those of you that were foolish enough to stay with me. So now we want it all the way back up to that. Boy, doesn't that seem far? That seems like a long way. But we want it to close up in here, right? 85 today. We're going to get it way up in here. So this is nothing. This is just on its route to being closing at 185. I'll say 185.38. 185.38 today. That's where we're going. So let's get up there. Let's start going. Come on, guys. All right, guys, I'll give you a update on how this turned out. Thanks for trading with me this morning. I hope you're doing a little better than how I started with this. It's starting to turn around, thank goodness. It's probably not done doing a little bit of dipping, though, and torturing me before it goes up, but I do believe it will make me a profit here. It's got to wait it out. If I wasn't doing the rule, I would have added down here even more so. I do not think it's going to drop off today. Again, I'll keep saying that, but you guys take your own trades. And I think the worst is over for me, but who knows? No one really knows, right? Okay, guys, be careful out there. Thanks for trading along with me. I hope you did okay today. We started out good, and then this hit. But what was the other stuff? Oh, this was the stock we were up on to begin with. That's why the difference is $100. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Stay inquisitive out there, and go green. Hey, guys, welcome back. So hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. Maybe you're one of the lucky ones that were with us all this morning. We got a pretty big group that trade. So I hope to see you tomorrow morning or sometime soon over with us streaming. So you can see NVIDIA's making a comeback. My hopes are rising. that maybe it'll break that last high over here and just spring right back up and pick up my position up here before the market closes, right? Fingers crossed. And then that'll just make the day. I think this is about a $300 and something profit. I wasn't really going by profit. I was going by where I thought the best I could expect, even in post-market, for this recovery anytime soon. I don't want to hold it for very long on a swing trade. But anyway, guys, it's a great strategy that what I trade in the morning, not necessarily the swing this time of year, but it's learning scalping is really important. However you apply it, if you're, learning from Mark Douglas trading in the zone, learning from the $1 Million Margin Club day trading volume 1, whether you're learning from Tom Hogarth, Best Loser Wins, or the Candlestick Pattern Playbook, which is the only book that rates patterns. Any of the books, and I recommend them all. I have them linked on this video, on every video that I have, books that I think could make a difference. The key is whatever strategy that you want to trade, learning how to scalp, learning short-term moves in and out, not being beholden to high-frequency algorithms that are controlling the whole market, the puppet master, so to speak, that can, pick up your stop loss and, basically move the whole market. Being able to move fast in and out, whether it be a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute chart, however you want to do it, having that those choices can really make the difference between being a successful day trader or not. So that's what I try to teach right now for the last couple of months, although I will be pulling up some different strategies. So listen, thanks for watching. Always stay inquisitive and go green out there, and hopefully I'll see you soon on my morning streaming.